Oh. Okay, whatever. Hello! What's up, everyone? Welcome to the first Aura Kingdom stream in like a month. I apologize. It was supposed to be last week. Actually, it's only been 3 weeks. But it was supposed to be last week. But servers were down last week, so, had to scrap that and just put together something. And, bees. I have not done much else with the bees. So, there's your update on the bees. Alexa, tell us an interesting fact. Alexa. Well, there's our interesting fact about football. Did I really pay attention? No, I don't. I don't care much about sports, unless if it's video game volleyball. Yeah, I have both collections completely filled. So I've been just playing volleyball like off game, and I'm E-League ranked right now because people are also good at volleyball. So, but I'm D rank in bowling because bowling is the best way to get your points for your game. That's your tip for globally playing. If you're just going for getting all the collection stuff, just bowl your heart out. So we do have, it's a new week, so new schedule. I keep leading the wrong way because I keep forgetting that my camera is inverted. So yes, this is this week's schedule. We have Aura Kingdom tonight, nothing tomorrow, Danganronpa S on Thursday. There's a potential stream on Friday. I haven't talked anything out yet with anybody else, but there might be something. And Gmod is up in the air. That's why there's a question mark there. Madcap's out of town, and Alexa's going to be busy, so it's really going to be depending on who's around if we're going to stream or not. If not, there's probably plenty of other entertainment you can do Saturday night, because you guys are probably more social than me, and you could actually have plans for a Saturday night outside of just watching me. It's like, whoa, crazy. So yeah, it's a nice simple week for us. You got your standard Aura Kingdom and Danganronpa S, and next week will be Let's Go Pikachu, because we're getting back on that alternating switch of the two. So yeah. I don't have much else to really inform about. Yeah, I don't have anything to be like, yes, we must do this. No, nothing that comes to my mind. Except for maybe if you didn't catch on Sunday that we're starting the mine colonies and all the mod 6, so look forward to that stuff. It might help me with the bees, I don't know. Probably not. But let's get this schedule out of my face and just immediately jump to the gameplay. Yep. And bada bing, bada boom to some nice low vibe chill beats. I am eventually just gonna listen to this entire 12 hours over the course of, like, probably, like, this week and, like, you know, when we do all the mod 6, because that's kind of, like, new things now, so. Anyways, we should actually start. I posted a few guards around the place to protect the wounded. There's another band of soldiers stationed in Springwater Valley. There's to the northeast of the village. But for the past few days, a pack of wild bears have been approaching on the village. However, there aren't any people left to defend the village. It's taking us our best effort just to hold them off. Although some of the wild bears were driven away, none of them have seemed to have any intention of returning to the Beastone Plains and keep their loitering around here instead. I find this somewhat suspicious. These wild bears should be living in peace and commenting on the Beastbone Plain, but and not coming anywhere near the village. Nitavia, since you're here, I would like to get you and the other soldiers to drive away these wild bears. I send a separate troop of scouts to investigate why they've been hanging around near the village. Alright, I'm here and I'm... Oh, I meant to do these stuff off camera. Let's quickly go do these. I meant to go do those off camera. Whoops. I don't know why I don't know why I'm actually, like, feel like I'm sweating. I'm normally cold in this room. It's okay, I have, like, 2 blankets on standby, a sweatshirt if I do get cold again, so. But oh no. I'm showing the shoulders. In school, this would be prohibited. No, seriously. Like, I don't know if it's, like, it was true in true my schools, but in my high school, it was actually against dress code to wear a shirt like this. Just a tank top. Like, just a normal-ass tank top. Nope. Too sexy for the boys. Can't be showing those shoulders. Alright. Cool, now that we have that one taken care of. Let's go get our battlefield stuff. Luckily, we were right near the Nevea portal. It's the beauty of those 2 quests. It's like, you're right. If you do the Eidolon research one first, it's like, it's easier to get around everywhere. Alright. Let's take the battlefield one. Oh, we also got 500 Valor coins too. Nice. We're just gonna take this and go boom, 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 and then a boom. Actually, also while we're here, let's go sell some stuff. Empty this inventory a bit. Just a smidge. Just a little bit. Okay. Boom. 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 And we didn't add that, but boom. Alright, now let's go beat up bears. Let's get an Edelon out here. It's okay. Totally meant send him out. Yep, definitely. 100%. Oh, valuable chest. Let's pick this up. And we can't use these other two, so. Also, I'm level 70, so we can, yeah, we can grab, put on this helmet, and put on these boots, and put on the necklace. Get rid of these, get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get her. Achoo. Oh yeah, I can definitely tell we're doing a bit more damage now with this armor. Because I think we have the Ruthless Sniper boots, so. Alright, cool. This shirt. Kind of bother this one. That's fine. You see that Gus is listening to his soldier's report, but he immediately notices your arrival. Gus asks the soldier to stand by and look in your direction. You answer Gus and tell him that most of the wild bears have been driven away, but merely can still sense the presence of the demon army on the Beastbone Plain. You're right, this village is still in danger, Gus frowns and says. I've just been informed of something else as well. Let the scout explain the new situation to you. Gus orders the soldier beside him to continue talking. Yes, sir! We made our way in the direction of the Beastbone Plains to investigate, and we discovered that the demon army was assembling on the Beastbone Plains. The wild bears were intimidated by this and approached the village as a result. In addition, we also discovered the presence of the demon scouts around the village. Since our scouts discovered the demon scouts, although they took care of him immediately, I believe the demon army will continue to send more of them. Can you try to find out how we stand? I have decided to go on the offensive. First, I'll launch an attack on the demon scouts and rid us of all of them. Natavia, this matter will be handled by you. We cannot let the demon army get intelligence of our operations in Gear Village. As for the demon army on Beastbone Plain, let me think about how we're going to handle this. Alright. Nay. And just getting right out of here. Okay, that didn't go smoothly as planned. Getting out of here. Okay, let's just mount. Oh, we're still in battle, so we can't mount. You report back to Gus that you have taken care of the demon scouts. Well done, Nitavia. This way, no information about the strength and deployment of our troops should leak out for the time being. At least this one thing I can rest easy about. You asked Gus was concerned whether something new has happened. This advanced party to the Springwater Valley has run into some trouble after they were stationed there. I am handling this matter. With regards to the demon army on the Beastbone Plains, I have requested reinforcements from Andre at the front lines. I have asked him to send as many soldiers as he can as quickly as possible back to the village to strengthen the defense. After all, Giro Village is our main stronghold, and we cannot afford to make any mistakes. But the frontline soldiers need time to get here. I was thinking that before the emergency reinforcement troops arrive here, we should get a clear idea of the scale of the demon army's attack this time. The scout troops we deployed previously have remained on the Beastbone Plains for further investigation. I would like you to meet up with them. This troop mainly contains of rookies, or soldiers who have no combat experience, Gus says uneasy. Although so far they have managed to come back with intelligence safe and sound, the further they venture into the Beastbone Plains, the more risky it gets. I think that Tavia is the best candidate for what I have in mind. Do you think you can inspire the scouts to press on and return with more intelligence about the demon's army's movements for us? I guess I have no option. So I want to see this. Who goes there? Speak your intentions, or we'll get worse for you. Upon seeing your advancements, the soldiers take up a combat stance, but they're so nervous they're stuttering. You order the soldiers to calm down and explain why you're here. Oh, so you're the mighty Nitavia we've heard so much about, huh? Lord Gus ordered you to lead us? That's the best news we had all week. Well, our scouting operations will definitely run nice and smooth from now on. Yes, Cynthia, for the status report on the mission. We discovered that there are large numbers of demon troops popping out of nowhere. They're loitering around the Beastbone Plains, and there are so many that the hills are black with them. But none of us have a clue where they came from because to get to the Beastbone Plains, you normally have to go through Gear Village. See? The girl next to you, both of you pipes up suddenly. Oh my, I may have interrupted your conversation or something. I was thinking out loud. Sorry about that. Me and my big mouth. I haven't introduced myself, have I? How rude of me. I'm Erica, the mage. Lord Gus ordered you to lead us? With what honor. I feel so relieved. Oh gosh, another mage falling in love with us? We only need one. Okay, thanks. Nope, level up. I'll take more crits. Thank you. We're going to need to get some new weapons soon. You ask Erica if there's any other paths leading to Beastbone Plains and maybe around the outskirts of Gear Village. Well, apart from the Gear Village route, there's the only other way to get there is via the impassable cliffs. So no, there's no other path. Based on what Erica says, you have to go through via Gear Village to get to the Beastbone Plains. So that means the demon army must have used some other means to seamlessly appear out of thin air on the Beastly Plains. You order the scouts team to press on with their mission and gather all possible intelligence. If we were to proceed further, it would be dangerous. There are demon scouts everywhere. If they discover us, it's not just Cynthia who looks dispirited. It's the whole troop looks downcast. You admit that the demon scouts are indeed getting too close to the village. They have to be wiped out in the village or the village will be in danger. You order Cynthia to carry out the scouting operations and announce that you will take care of the rest of the troops and go eliminate the demon scouts. That's great. Since Octavia will be leading us, your speech was successfully arousing in the scouts' troops plaguing morale. They banish their weapons, ready to follow you and rout out those demon scouts. Cool. We're leading people. Well, what we're doing currently is very fast. Because these things are easy when you're... Actually, I'm 2 levels lower than them. I think it might be... Oh, I was about to say, I think it might be time to pop the experience boost, but I must have already used it at some point. You tell Erica that you have wiped out the demon scouts. You barely finish speaking when the scouts that follow you on your mission rush in and tell all the other troop members about how you finish off the demon scouts. Judging how animated they are, they have clearly increased in confidence as a result of this mission. Under Nigtavia's leadership, everyone seems to feel more at ease. Nigtavia! Cynthia runs towards you, shouting. I saw that the demon army they have something that looks like a portal. Cynthia pants, looking extremely flustered. You try to get Cynthia to calm down and speak slowly and clearly. Cynthia catches her breath and continues. Have you ever heard of Fenrich portals? It seems to work in the same way but it looks more like a magic circle. I saw demon emerging from the portal. So if the demon army has mass on the plains, they must have gotten there that way. Fenrich will be coming with us to Silent Icefield this time. So to make sure the teleporter is in good repairs. If his teleporter has the slightest thing wrong with it, there won't be any magic circles for us to use. Oh no, we need magic circles. Magic circles are important. Wouldn't you agree? You ask Erica and the rest if they have any suggestions of how to destroy the demon army's portal. Erica and Cynthia look at each other and shake their heads, implying they have no idea. Wait a minute. If that portal can only be used to transportation alone, and there's no other enchantments, maybe we can summon the fire spirit to destroy it. I've already successfully performed the summoning magic for this fire spirit once, following instructions from ancient scrolls. But I had everything I needed at my disposal then, and I got nothing here. If the materials for casting the spell weren't available, then we can't do it that way. Everyone's spirit has been lifted at the thought of a solution, only to be plummeted after hearing what Erica went on to say. Wait, I've got it! Erica swiftly produced a notebook from somewhere on her person. When I was researching summoning, I studied many old tombs and took copious notes about different ways of performing summoning magic. In the Sky Tower lore... Oh, shoot. I've never really paid attention to the Sky Tower lore. I just rushed through it so I can do Elite's Sky Tower and then Hero Sky Tower and get all cool, crazy loot. There's a technique in which produces similar results, but involves a different process. You understand? It means we can still summon a weaker shaped fire spirit. There's an upper arm when the scout troop members. You ask Erica if there's anything the others can help out with. Can everyone begin extraction of force essence from nearby trees, please? I'll take care of setting up the blazer for summoning the fire spirit. While I wait for you to collect the essence, I'll brush up on how to summon again. Okay. Now I have to work on preparing a ritual. Yay! I just work on guns. Oh god. Okay, maybe we need to be careful with that stuff because enemies will be lurking in it trying to attack us any which way. I used the wrong... Alright. And this is how you get a forest essence. You just gather trees. It's as simple as cake. Actually, not cake. Cake can be very difficult if you don't know what you're doing. And I say that because I actually never baked a cake before. I buy cake and I eat cake, but I never made a cake. You give Erica the forest essence everybody has been extracting. Finished so soon? My, you lot are efficient, aren't you? Excellent. It looks like we do indeed have enough now. Erica suturizes the force essence minutely and looks pleased. I never had any real fighting experience, so I was nervous as hell when I first stepped out into the battlefield. Oh, she has 2 quests for us. I've been thinking, if I could just find a bit more of the teleportation and techniques the demon army is using, it would really help with destroying the portal. During teleportation, some of the magical energy involved becomes attached to the body. By analyzing this energy, we can find out what kind of magic was used to cast the portal. If we just find out what sort of teleportation techniques they are using, I can adapt the incarnation for the blazer accordingly. That way I can summon a more efficient shaped fire spirit. You nod your head in agreement and ask Erica if she needs any help. There are hordes of demonic vanguards out there. You could get me some more of their armor. There should still be traces of teleportation energy on it. Alright, let's grab that other quest. The host of demons gathering on the Beastbone Plains grow greater by the hour. If the portal is not destroyed, we'll be in grave danger. Although I stood up in the front of everyone and assured them that I have a good chance of summoning a fire-shaped spirit successfully, I still feel somewhat enhanced. Erica, you need to have more faith in yourself. Plus, with Nightavia around, even if we don't manage to call up the fire spirit, there must be another way out of all of this. Wow, really putting in a lot of effort on my back here, guys. Anyways, while I was out scouting, I spotted a particularly hefty-looking band of demonic warriors. I'm pretty sure they must be commanding the demon army. When you successfully summon this fire spirit, we'll try to get closer to the portal. Why don't you take out the demonic warriors now? So they are out of the way. They're out of the way, and there's no danger of attack for them in the future. What do you think, huh? As for that, we better ask Nightavia. After all, Nightavia is in command of the troops. And he? How many times do we have to be over this game? I am a she. I use the she, her pronouns. I know it's all script and they wrote this as a guy, but come on, they at least should change it to at least like a they, because you can be a male or a female, or if you're a star color, a chibi. So maybe you should just change all the he's to they. I'm offended. Erica turns to face you, speaking your opinion. Both you and Erica agree that Cynthia has a good point, but that you have better take the troops and go eliminate the demonic warriors. Cynthia has clearly elaborated that you're acting on her idea. Actually, probably not many people care about, like, the pronouns in the game, because, like, let's face it, like, who's actually playing this game and being, like, actually paying attention to the story outside of this stream? I'm probably, like, the first one to raise an issue about it. Alright. All we now need is just one more Vanguard armor. And there we go! Ask and thou shalt receive. You tell Erica that you have gotten a collection of armor from the demonic vanguards. You stack up a mini mountain of armor in front of Erica. Having so much armor does look impressive, but what's impresses me more is Nigtavia's skills. Simply incredible. The entire scout team nods in agreement. You tell Erica that you have taken care of the demonic warriors. No wonder why you're famous, Nigtavia. You look like you have no equal. Enemies do not stand a chance. Well, I'm relieved. When we destroy the portal, that will be one less thing to worry about. I may have a match. I went down a few times to some bosses. Maybe. I don't know. Somebody can look back at the odds. Right then. Now I need to take a look at this armor Nigtavia brought back. If I can find any clues to what magic they use, it will come really useful when summoning a fire-shaped spirit. So Nigtavia, can you help me? While I have a closer look at this armor, could you please pour the force essence into the arcane blazer? You receive an urn full of force essence. Just pour the contents into the arcane blazer, and there we are. Such a simple quest. Oh, I have to do it 3 times? Amazing. And now we finished the quest. You tell Erica that you have poured all the forest essence into the arcane blazer. Aha! Thanks to the armor of those dynamic warriors, I've already discovered which teleportation technique they are using. I will start casting the spell and summon the fire spirit. Erica gazes into the adorned flames of the blazer and begins chanting the incarnations. Erica focuses on chanting the incarnation, which will summon a shape. The shaped fire spirit. The scout troops watch the summoning ceremony quietly from the sidelines. The glare from the arcane blaze gives off a crimson light, which reflects off everybody's faces. Erica, Natavia! Or, other way around, but still. Cynthia runs towards you, shouting. A massive beast has just come to the portal. It's a tainted giant, mushroom giant. Erica, hurry! Hurry before it's too late! Cynthia begs Erica desperately. You notice that the members of the scout troops standing next to you look uneasy. Erica does not reply, but she is frowning because as she continues chanting. She appears to be hastened through the incarnations. You seize everyone for the time being. Since Erica has already begun the incarnation, the most important thing is to buy more time for her. You decide to head off with the scout troops to take care of the tainted mushroom giant that has arrived at the scene. Alright, go beat up some mushroom giants! Yeah! I could decoy it, but why would I right now? If we get piled up, I'll decoy, but other than that, there's no need for decoying. Actually, yeah, we can decoy them because they're level 75 and we can decoy up to level 76. You move out with the scout troops to slay the Titan mushroom giant. Erica is still chanting incarnations, but it's not clear whether the summoning will be a success or not. Ah! Erica shouts out joyfully. An orb of milky light is hovering in front of you. This is the enchanted energy sphere used to summon the shaped fire spirit. Erica gazes at the sphere with exhausted eyes and wipes sweat from her forehead with the back of her hand. At that moment, the scouts who have gathered around her give loud whoops of joy and crowd around Erica and pass her on the back and let her know that her hard work is success is appreciated. Now we can use this enchanted energy sphere to summon a shaped fire spirit and destroy the demon army's portal. While I'm casting the spell in front of this portal, it's vital that I am not interrupted, so someone's going to have to protect me. Natavia, would you protect me? If you accept this mission, you will be transported to the demon army's portal. Use the shield skill to protect Erica. Alright, cool. Oh, shoulder's still hurting. But I've been taking it pretty easy with the sports the past couple days, but, you know, that's not always the case. And by sports, I really mean, you know, Nintendo Switch sports. I'm not fully confident that I can pull off the spell, but I'm just thinking about the hordes of monsters coming through this portal. I know I don't have a choice. Please protect me while I cast the spell. Tell me if you're ready. I can do it. Let's get started. Let's begin. Please protect me while I cast the spell. Easy enough. All right. Boom, 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 boom. All right. These enemies are fairly easy to take care of, especially when you have so much fire going at them. It's not really vital to just, shoot your guns at them. Or whatever, your weapon of choice. The flame spirit. Alright, cool. Are you okay? What's the matter? You feel giddily with excitement, but Erica realizes something is amiss. You hear Erica's voice as you slowly lose consciousness. Suddenly you hear a mysterious voice. Open your eyes. The Shadow Knight, where am I? Is this real or just an illusion? Don't you get lonely here all by yourself? Just give me a little more time. A mysterious woman turns to you. It seems as though she wants to say something. Stop him. The unknown voice fades away and your vision blurs again. You can feel your consciousness slipping away. You've finally awoken. Oh, praise be, Nightavia, you were unconscious for a long time there. We were really worried. After the portal was destroyed, you suddenly lost consciousness. None of us knew what was going on. Lord Gus is very concerned about you. Let Erica and Cynthia know that you are fine, and tell them about the vision you saw. Although I'm not certain of it, I think the vision is to be caused from some sort of magic. Actually, about that vision, I think Lord Gus has a better hear of this as well. Nightavia, you've regained consciousness. Gus looks surprised, and then a heavy heave heaves a big sigh of relief. How are you feeling? You're not hurt, are you? No, I'm completely injured. I need to go back home. I'm not fit for the battlefield. I'm in a dress, for God's sake. And we're fighting in the snow. Should have come more prepared. You tell Gus that you are fine, although you have no idea why you lost consciousness. You don't feel any discomfort. It felt more like waking up from a long slumber. When I heard that you suddenly lost consciousness, I was really worried. Also, we couldn't see any obvious wounds, and the medical staff weren't able to find any cause for it. You tell Gus about your vision after the portal was destroyed, and that you saw the Shadow Knight in your vision. You notice the grave look on Gus's face as he listens to your account. Gus is silent for a long time before he finally speaks. From what you tell me, the lady who appeared in your vision appears to be the Shadow Knight's wife, Lucina. My original plan was to send you to our temporary camp to meet up with Victoria, but since you've only just regained consciousness, because I need to understand more about your vision, I think it's best you stay put and tell me everything you can remember, alright? Lord Gus, an emergency report just came in. The combat situation in Springwater Valley has become critical. Our troops stationed there can barely hold out. Curse it all! There's more demons appearing. The reinforcement troops won't be able to get there in time, I'm afraid, Gus Bronson says. You interrupt and ask Gus about the battle in the Springwater Valley. I initially sent some of my troops to escort the wounded to Springwater Valley, but to my dismay, while you were taking care of the demon scouts, the medical team stationed there was attacked by demons. I initially sent some of my troops to escort... The troops managed to defeat some of the demon mare. I remember that Ronnie, Emerald Town Mare, was among the troops of the Springwater Valley. You should know each other. The attacks by the demon continued, but the troops were able to handle them. But now the ranks of the demons are swelling, and the situation has become more desperate, Gus says apprehensively. So Ronnie, the mayor of Emerald Town, is also here. You remember the days when you were in Emerald Marsh. His father sacrificed himself while escorting the inhabitants to safety. You tell Gus that you'll travel to Springwater Valley and precise assistance with defeating the attacking demons. You barely recovered. Wouldn't it be too much for you? I also really would like to hear more about this vision of yours. Okay, since you insist, I'll have to respect your decision. Meet with Ronnie after you reach Springwater Valley. It would be great if you could also take care of any monitoring spirits you encounter on the way. They're strayers from Springwater Valley towards the village. Could cause a blizzard to descend on the village. Alright. Guess I have to take care of things like that too. Okay. Oh, I'm dead. Let's do this. Wait. Level 75. He can help us take care of things. Yeah. Easy enough. So those are ice spirit, field spirits. Now it's time to the crystal spikes. How things are gonna have to work then. And boom! To Ronnie! Isn't this Nightavia? Thank goodness you're here. The combat situation in Springwater Valley is critical. Most importantly, we now need to stand guard here. We can't afford to lose this area. We rely on it for medical treatment. Initially, we only had to deal with the native animals, but when the demons began attacking us, it wore us down, and we became exhausted. We are here under orders of Lord Gus to utilize the healing effects of the hot springs to help cure the injured. It seems something went wrong, however, because now we have even more people injured. Everyone is cold and hungry. I have a bad feeling about this. Can you get us some snow deer meat for emergency rations? We must reserve and stand guard. If we choose to retreat now, all our earlier efforts will have been for nothing. Alright. Motivation. And talk to Zoe. So we meet again, Nightavia. It's good to see you here. Zoe grins at you. There's something I need to ask you. It's rather a small matter, but it will raise the spirit of the wounded. I hope you don't mind. I'm not sure whether it has to do with the blizzard or not, but the campfire is dying and we're out of wood. Could you go collect some dead wood twigs for us and as firewood, and then place them on the campfire to keep them warm? The wounded warm? I'll do the I'll do the fighting first. Okay, so this is about the point where we are almost to the point where we cannot use the decoy on things. We can still use the decoy for now because they're level 76 and that's our max. But I also don't usually utilize the decoy. I should do that more. Who knows what we could do if we employ our decoy because of our the fatal attraction that we give. Sorry, I'm just making a joke with my... Oh, we are not done beating up snow deers. Alright. We got that part done. Come on, give us your meat. Thank you. Like, speak to Ronnie? You hand the inventions vision to Ronnie. Thank you, Nitavia. At least now we won't go hungry. Take the armor scrolls. You tell Zoe that you have been collecting the wood twigs and replace them into the campfire. The dying campfire flickers to life and burns strongly once again. Let's gather around the campfire and sing a campfire song. RCAMPFIRESONJ song. And if you can sing it best. You tell Zoe that you have been no. Excellent. You have returned just in time. Now the wounded will be able to keep warm. That should brighten their mood. I'm concerned that the demons may destroy this hot spring and prevent us from using it. We have been here for quite some time already, although we initially defeated the demons with some ease. More of us have gotten injured, and we are starting to lose more and more fights against the demons than we're winning. Ronnie, your arm, what happened? Are you injured? Zoe breaks in. It's nothing. 'Tis but a scratch. Yep. How I roll. I love the campfire song. Ronnie puts on a brave act, but he looks a little concerned. A scratch, your arm. Ronnie, this wound is deeper than it looks. You need proper medical care or this will get infected. Zola grabs Ronnie's arms to more closely examine the wound. Nitavia, can I trouble you to assist us again? The antlers of the great hoof snow deers have strong medical properties. I can use them to heal Ronnie's arm and the wounds of the others. The antlers need to be grounded up into a fine powder. Then I can apply a bit of spring water and apply the paste to the wounds. They will heal much more quickly than if they are left alone. This is very effective medicine. Even though I am only a soldier, I understand that the hot spring has truly remarkable healing effects. It is for that reason we cannot afford to lose this place, Ronnie says worriedly, staring at the demons approaching the hot spring. Alright. One horn. Come on, give me your horns. I think that's a little more nicer way than asking for meat. Just let me flick off your horns. Actually, no, I think the horns would be worse than the meats. Or would it? Would they? I don't know. Confusion. I think it might be best not to think about it. That. I can't stop thinking about it for some reason. So let's move on. You place the antlers into loose piles behind the Ronnie's legs. There's so many antlers. Zoe will be thrilled. The situation is currently not in our favor. We have fewer and fewer battle-ready soldiers in the medical troops with each passing day. With things as they are, we had to retreat from nearly every single battle against demons. I'm confident that Lord Gus will send us reinforcements, but I worry that it will be too late for when they arrive. Nightavia, please know that I do not ask you this lightly, but I need you to come with me to battle the demons. Your power and strength alone should be enough to eradicate them from this place. The medical troops are currently stationed in the open areas while there's very little cover. Because each of the areas needs to be guarded with as many men as possible, I will join you in the battle. We'll split up to provide reinforcements for the troops stationed throughout the area. Alright, let's go. They must triggered the trap. Nice. Alright, so that's... Now we gotta go for the purple ones, because... Or it's blue. The blue-purple ones. Yeah, blue-purple. That's their color. More or less. Well, their color scheme is like blue and purple, so... I guess that works. Wait, that was a valuable chest. Must grab. And can't use, don't even need. We have a much better. And because you're gonna get an array. Just fly right over them. Easy. You tell Ronnie that you have destroyed the aerial scouts and aerial raiders. You mentioned that you rescued several Trump soldiers and asked them for a status update. Excellent work. As for me, I finally found the aerial commander. You asked Ronnie about the aerial commander. While I was out helping the other soldiers, I felt an overwhelming dread and knew that an incredibly strong demon was nearby. It must be their commander. You tell Ronnie that the aerial commander can indeed be defeated. The other demons will plunge into chaos after losing their commander, giving the medical troop the opportunity to eliminate them once and for all. You volunteer to defeat the aerial commander. If there was a single living soul with power to defeat him now, that would be you, Nightavia. But don't be fooled. The aerial commander is an incredibly powerful demon. Please, be careful. Are you talking... Are you forgetting who you're talking to there, Ronnie? Trap! Alright, good job. Good job triggering it, buddy. Thank you for continuing triggering my trap. Much appreciated. You told Ronnie that you have defeated the aerial commander. The demons are in a state of disarray. This is perfect time to press the advantages and attack. Well done. We couldn't have done this without you. I witnessed your power before in the Emerald Marsh, but you have become even stronger than you were back then. Come on, that was only like 2 months ago, or something like that. The envoy of Gaia truly has powers that exceed from our own. I've heard that the Shadow Knight is also an envoy of Gaia. If only he was on our side like you. Just imagine how wonderful it would be if we didn't have to fight against him. Are you saying that I'm not as strong as him? Because I'll have you know I'm actually like I am like 7 levels weaker than him at this point right now. Because I remember right, he is level 80 in this dungeon. Thanks to Nightavia, we have ensured victory over the aerial commander. Unfortunately, half of the demons have escaped, but reinforcement troops sent by Lord Gus are arriving just in time. Springwater Valley is safe, for now. The medical troop can finally get some well-deserved rest. Due to the immediate excitement after defeating the aerial commander, you did not have a chance to ask Ronnie for his reason for coming to Silent Icefield. Now you finally see your chance to ask him. Some of my reasons I'm sure you're already aware of. My father, he sacrificed himself during the demon attack at Emerald Marsh, and I was powerless to help. Ronnie lowered his head, his tone filled with sadness. It took me a long time before I figured out what I needed to do, but eventually I decided to join the church army. I knew I needed to avenge the death of my father. I wanted to inherit his spirit of sacrifice for the townfolk. For that, I need to train myself and serve the country. You lay a hand on Ronnie's shoulder in assurance. Victoria used to be the commander in Emerald Marsh. She traveled with us to Silent Icefield. Since the situation here in Springwater Valley is now safe, please go visit the temporary camp and report the change in the situation to her. You introduce yourself to Victoria and report the battle situation to her. Excellent. Thank you for bringing me up to speed with the situation in Springwater Valley. It seems like no matter where I go or who I speak to, I always hear how you impacted the lives of others. It must be tough on you, constantly putting your life on the line to help others. You shake your head in a disagreement, insisting that you are simply doing your job. You remember that Victoria used to work in the Ministry of Magic and ask her about the illusion you saw. Was it similar to the illusion that you saw previously? From what you have described to me, the lady in the illusion seems to be Lucina. And the place, well, I'm afraid that is where the Shadow Knight buried her. You told Victoria that Gus said as much, but neither of you had the opportunity to discuss the topic any further. The illusion must have been created by magic, and a strong magic at that. Only the Almighty mages have the ability required to create such a strong and vivid illusion. As I recall, Lucina does not possess such magical powers. But she's an angel! The battlefront has moved to the temporary camp. Things are even less optimistic than they were at Springwater Valley. Our robot is stuck in deep of the snow. To top it all off, there's something wrong with the teleportation system. Senator Maruto are participating in the upcoming battle. For now, they are trying to resolve the issue I just mentioned. As for Maggie, she wouldn't reveal any information to us. She seems to have lost her mind, and it's just speaking gibberish. I am assuming that's supposed to be and the ands. Hey, you! I must tell you something. The Shadow Knight has never known a more has never known a more loyal or devoted servant than I. Unlike you, who quit the Ministry of Magic to join the Templars, and you've already the audacity to speak ill of me? Blah! Are you done speaking heresy and nonsense? If you are unwilling to share useful information with us, then keep your useless mouth shut. Victoria has lost the patience with Maggie. It appears that Victoria's interrogation of Maggie has not gone well. You offer to help Victoria. Help! Bring Maggie back to Geary Village. We will let Gus continue with this interrogation. I need to focus solely on the battle. Unfortunately, Gus is an Imperial Guard, not a Templar. Because of Maggie's identity, she attracts danger wherever she goes. Therefore, she must be escorted by a Templar at all times. I do not know of a way you can help, however. The spine-like bears nearby have been encroaching our territory. Drive them back. The robot repair team has been reporting difficulty with them while they were trying to collect their materials. They cannot do their job uninterrupted if those bears are hassling them. Alright, back to beating up bears. That's kind of a easy thing. Bears are easy targets. Trap. Trap. Decoy. I needed a decoy, man. Trap. Trap. Decoy. Come on, Spine Pack Bear. I need you to help me fight. Come on. Help me fight. You're under my spell of, like, attractionness or something. Actually, it's a pitfall currently. And that was just to get my... We defeated 10 of the bears, but shush. Just means we're doing more than they ask. You inform Victoria that the Spineback bears are gone from the surrounding area. Great word. I received news from the robot repair team that they haven't seen a single bear all day. We are grateful for your assistance. Maggie is the key to this entire conflict. She has the information on the Shadow Knight and the Demon Army. We must find out what she knows, no matter the cost. You must be out of your minds. There's no way that I would betray the confident of the Shadow Knight and tell you anything. What, you want information? You'll find it in death. Wait, I feel something in the air. That doesn't feel right. Watch out! Ah! A demon materialized from thin air and lunges towards Maggie. Victoria swung her weapon between the demon and Maggie, successfully blocking the attack. Quickly, destroy it! Accept this mission, you'll be under attack by the area assassin defeated in combat. Easy. Nailed it. You exterminate the aerial assassin and hand over the dark seal held to Victoria. Great work. This threat has been neutralized. Luckily, I was able to stop its first attack. Maggie doesn't appear to be injured. Victoria glances over at Maggie, looking relieved. I haven't seen anything like these encryptions before. They appear to be some conventional. I got there eventually. Magical incarnations. Maggie, do you recognize these? Victoria handed the dark seal to Maggie. A flash of recognition appears on Maggie's face. She holds the dark seal firmly in her hands, her mouth shut tight in a straight line. It seems that you're unwilling to cooperate. You do know that if these assassination attempts continue, one of the demons will get through sooner or later, right? At least I can still protect her here. Victoria sighs and turns to look at you. Well, it seems like she isn't going to help us. We may as well leave her for a while. Nitavio, can you look for Monotoro? He needs some assistance. Alright, cool. Yeah, I can. Nitavio, are you here to help us well? The weather here is much colder than Kakarot Forest, Motoro says, shivering. You're one to speak. I'm in a dress! There seems to be unusual magnetic fields in the entire region. My machinery isn't working properly and is unable to collect data. Fennich's teleporter isn't even in a worse state. The position system is completely damaged. He even seems to be isolating the issue and should be able to repair it. Losing your way in such a snowy landscape is incredibly dangerous. You recall that Fenich is Augustus' younger brother. You have used his teleporter before in Kakarot Forest. Augustus doesn't seem to be anywhere nearby. Augustus is off fighting with Andre in the front lines. He won't be back here anytime soon. Monotoro begins searching for something in his toolbox. He retrieves the container from within the toolbox. The container doesn't appear to have much fluid left in it. You offer your assistance to Monotoro. You see this? It's full of machine oil. Or it was. Anyways, there's not enough left to use on the machinery. I can make some more of it, but what I need is succulent pieces of fat from the ironclad bears. I can render it down and mix it with what's left of the oil here to create some more. Alright. More crit damage. Oh, those are the spine-like bears. We don't need these. We need the ironclad bears. These bears. That's not the one I wanted. But we got one piece of fat. This is the thing I wanted to use. Alright. Got all the fat we need. No wonder I heard so much about you, Nitavia. The ironclad birds were clearly no match for you. You hand Montoro the succulent pieces of fat. Thank you. Even after all these years, I still hate the feeling of touching the fat. Montero holds up the fat gingerly. He carefully drips the oil from the fat into the container. It seems that our esteemed guest, Meg, has finally quieted down. I have grown used to her babbling non-stop, Monotoro says as he watched the oil trickling down. She's still clutching that Stark seal. It seems to have quieted her down. It's quite hard to read what's on her mind. Finrich has been gone for some time. The patrols have just returned to inform me of his absence. Apparently, they have discovered some Yetis trailed near the entrance of the Ice Crystal Forest. I must admit that I'm still worried. Can you go and look for Fenric? While you're out, if you come across any Severians Yetis, cut them down. We don't want them attacking any of our people. Alright, let's do this. Yetis. Let's go. They're not hostile creatures, but they were created, so they must be destroyed. How it work? If you create, you must be destroyed. Alright. Let's go. Oh. And we also have more damage. Oh. I didn't confirm that. Whoops. Now I did. Now we can go talk to Fenric. The Minotaur asked you to come looking for me. You came just in time. If you haven't arrived when you did, I would have been a goner. You successfully find Fenric and ask why he is injured. You tell him that you've gotten rid of the nearby civilian Yetis. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I could use some help, though. I've installed additional sonic devices on my teleporter. It seems that I identified the cause of the malfunction. I moved the teleporter to the ice crystal forest so I can repair it on site. But it appears that the sonic waves are coming from the teleporter have been attracting Yetis. They keep coming. A few of them even try to attack me. I had to leave the teleporter behind if I was going to escape with my life. It appears that you must find a way to transport the teleporter back. As an geological observer, I understand how Yetis behave. They are territorial creatures, and that's causing them to behave aggressively. While I was out trying to escape, I lost my repair tools and the important notes that I've been taking, Fenric says sadly. There was a large tattooed Yeti that grabbed my tool bag before I escaped. I was far too frightened and wanted to get away, so I cut the scraps out of my bags. If I hadn't, I would fear that I would have been pummeled away by it. My notes contain the map of the silent ice field. There's also important test results in there. Can you try to retrieve it for me? Alright, cool. Into the cave I go. Wait, that's out of the cave. Into the cave I go. Big oof. Wait, we can die. We can just, he can just obliterate us. That's how things work sometimes. Let's grab the last map pages. And then just work on defeating the Yetis. Eventually one of them will drop. Maintenance toolkits, like, immediately. That works too. Works 100% of the time. Oh, we need 2 of them. I thought there was only 1. My bad. We still need... Let's do this! Eventually, the other one will drop. Like that! Did you get my pack? Fender asked anxiously. You returned the repair tools and fragments of the map to Fenric. Please leave the repairs tool here. I need to take a quick look at the map. Fender takes the fragments of the map and begins assembling the pieces. Oh no, there are pieces missing, but I think we're okay. It seems that all the important pieces are still here. If I am missing some information, shouldn't cause any problem with the research. Even though I have my repair tools now, I can begin to work on the teleporter. We still have a bit of obstacles to overcome. After I managed to escape the Yetis, I thought of going back to shut down the teleporter so it would stop attracting them, but I saw something that made me think twice. Those angry Yetis are surrounding the teleporters. They have absolutely no intention of leaving. The more and more of them kept arriving by the minute. At this rate, even getting close to it will be impossible, not to mention actually repairing the teleporter. We have to think of a way to drive the Yetis away. You mentioned that after finding the teleporter was left behind, you've been thinking of a way to shut down the sonic device. I have an idea. It might seem a little crazy, but we have to act fast. You'll disguise yourself as a Yeti and sneak amongst them. When you're there, you can find an opportunity to get close to the teleporter and shut it down. Once the teleporter shuts down, the sonic waves will end. That should be enough to make the Yetis leave. Wait. Forgot to disguise myself. Alright. Disguising myself as a Yeti. They won't understand that I'm not one of their kind. This teleporter emits an erratic pulsing glow. Beep, 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 beep. This teleporter emits piercing beeps. You disguise yourself as a Yeti using the fur of one you managed to slay. Slowly you approach the teleporter along with Frederick's plan. Careful not to raise suspicion of the Yetis, you stumble around the teleporter just like them. This should get you to loose enough of the figure where the operation button was located. The noise emitted by the teleporter is barely audible unless you strain your ears. It's hard to believe that such a weak sound can attract so many of them. You spot a button on the teleporter with a unique shape. According to Fendrick, this should be the button to switch off the sonic device. Just as you start to think of ways to get closer, the Yeti seem to be more suspicious about your disguise. Out of desperation, you begin to attack the teleporter and manage to press the button. Beep! The teleporter lets out a long beep and then suddenly falls silent. The suspicious Yeti turns away and focuses its attention elsewhere. You continue to imitate the Yetis, waiting to see what they'll do next. The Yetis appear to lose interest in the teleporter and begin to leave. Nice. The teleporter appears to turn itself off. Finally, it falls completely silent. Okay, that was a bit of lag there. can't believe that worked. What sort of condition is the teleporter in? I hope we can finally repair it. You inform Fenrir that you have successfully shut down the sonic devices of the teleporter and that the Yetis have left right away. Thank you, Nightavia. With everything went smoothly. Now that you just need to wait a little longer for me to repair the teleporter and we can return. You ask Fenrir as to what has caused the machine to malfunction in the first place. It appears to be somewhere deep in the ice crystal forest, a magnetic force that is especially strong, stronger than anything I have ever seen. There's also a large quantity of ice crystals in that area. And the air in that area just doesn't feel right. There was something there in the middle of all of this nature. It appears to be a coffin, Finnish muttered. Master, that's the place that Finnish mentioned. Could it be the same place that Master saw? Could it be the same place that Master saw in the illusion? Merrily exclaimed. I find the ecology here absolutely fascinating. So I always have to remind myself that I came to these ice fields for the board, not for the sights. Is the scene I described similar to the one in the illusion? There must be something in the depths of the ice crystal forest. I know that there is. You ask Finnish whether there's a need to investigate this further. I do have plans to go there and investigate it further, but I must complete the task I have before me first. I need to enter the information about the crystals on the mountains to the instrument first, but I'm concerned that the nearby sprites will damage the instrument before I can enter it. The Finnish scrutinizes the fragmented map. You must have heard the changes in the snowstorm are actually caused by the ice spirits. Nightavia, please help me by eradicating the ice sprites along the way. I need more time to isolate the magnetic force field energy in the ice crystal forest, Fenrir said, adjusting the instrument in his hand. I find the illogical yes here. Okay. Wait just a moment. Fenrir called you back. All ice spirits, regardless of rarity, can create a snowstorm. While you're getting rid of them, I need you to do one small thing for me. I seldom get the chance to visit the snow plains. In fact, I almost never get to see the demonic crystal sprites that reside there. Can you help me collect the frostbite crystals to help me with my geological research? Fenrir says hopefully. Anything, I guess. One frostbite crystal. Still one. Oh, those are bows. Grab these crystals, then we go fight more of the ice sprites. Okay, just one more crystal. Alright. What? Whatcha? Hiya. Six. 7. And done. How? Fender taps the instrument a few times. He looks up at you and his hands still moving. You tell Finish that you have gotten rid of the ice spirit, and there's now no need to worry about the instrument being damaged. Good. Fenric is entirely focused on adjusting the instrument. So this is the frostbite crystal. Would you believe it that I have never seen one before? You hand over the frostbite crystals to Fenric. He cheers in excitement. There's so many uses for these. Besides being used as the catalyst for conjuring magic, I have heard them being used as a coolant. Isn't Mother Nature simply fascinating? Fenric gazes at the frostbite crystals. The work to isolate the ice crystal forest magnetic force field is finally complete. Let's move out now. We can go out to the depths of the ice crystal forest for some investigation. Fendrick held the tuned instrument, ready to go at any time. Accept this mission, you will be teleported to the depths of the ice crystal forest to carry out an investigation. You're now deep inside the forest. The surroundings are incredibly beautiful. The situation is very tense. Aside from the cold, there is something mysterious in the air that no words can express. Join Finnegan in the investigation and try to find out the mimetic anomalies that said blah, blah, blah. You say you saw this coffin in a vision? It's totally different from the one you described, though this one's empty. The weather turns cold again, freezing gusts of the air breezes past you. A bright light suddenly whistles past, and the frozen saucer appears in front of you. Who's there? Ah, it's you. I haven't seen you for a few days. I remember you're always showing up in the places you shouldn't be. Hee hee. I don't know how you found this place, and I really don't care. Are you just with this stage will perform the final act of your life? What do you want with us? The frozen spell sorcerer casts a vicious spell, and the blasted cold air traps everyone where they stand. You feel yourself growing colder and colder until you begin to go numb. Then, at the last moment, you feel the power of Gaia flowing through your veins. You are revitalized. Hiya! Just keep going until it breaks free! Hey! Ha! The field's energy has reached its limit. Use the energy to destroy the frost spell. Amazing, you eliminated an impressive performance indeed. I underestimated you. It seems like time for it can't go too easy on you. Just a which suddenly appears. Lord Vaughn, everything is ready. We should leave. Ah, so lucky, wouldn't you say? Treasure them. Treasure your last moments before your lives come to an end. Phew, thankfully you were here. I don't dare to imagine. Let's get out of here first. You can talk about the rest later. The frozen saucer is finally gone. You and Finnish begin to make your way out of the forest. As you return to the teleporter, you ask about the latest developments regarding the magnetic interference. There's no magnetic force field interfering with the teleporter now. It's operating normally. Since the teleporter is working again, let's quickly return to the temporary camp. We can report to Victoria about the appearance of this frozen sorcerer. Alright, can do. More evasion, please. You explained to Victoria how you managed to find Fenric. You mentioned while you were investigating the depths of the ice crystal forest, you encountered the frozen sorcerer. After the frozen sorcerer left, the unusual magnetic force field disappeared as well. He was the one who has been interfering with our actions. He was the one interfering with our actions. But since the teleporter is operating normally, there shouldn't be any further problems. I'll have more important issues to discuss with you. Previously, we had a breakthrough with the Dark Fortress. Our frontline troops, led by Andre, had a savage battle. But it seems now there's an opportunity to improve the situation. Maggie has finally divulged some useful information which can help change the tide of this war. Based on what she said, there's a platform in the southwest here on the snow-capped mountains. This platform faces the Dark Fortress directly. Having this information will give us the upper hand. As long as we can successfully transport the wheeled catapult to the top, we can take advantage of the terrain to bombard the Dark Fortress. We can finally break through the deadlock. This message may sound a little risky, but there isn't much to cover on the mountain platform. If we are attacked, there is absolutely nowhere for us to hide. But after weighing the pros and the cons, this seems like our only option. Some of our people have already begun transporting the first wheeled catapult to the mountain. It seems, however, that they are starting the snow mountain yetis on their ascent. Before we can transport any more wielded catapults, we need you to help eradicate the snow mountain yetis at the foot of the mountain. We need a clear path for the wheeled catapults. I'm going to escort Maggie up the mountain. To prevent any further assassination attempts on the journey, we're going to have to use the teleporter. Although Maggie has given us useful information, we still cannot trust her. If I discover that she is lying or playing some sort of trick, well, let's just say it's a long fall from the mountain. Damn. That's kind of dark, Victoria. But this is war after all, so we're good. Have you had the other snow yeti so that they can attack it? Yeah, as eventually he would go back against me. Alright, one more Yeti to defeat. Okay. You introduce yourself to the soldiers and inform them that you are here to help out clear by the Snow Mountain Yetis. Did anyone else hear that? Nitavia is clearing out the Yetis. Now we don't have to worry about being attacked. After listening to what Elvia said, the soldiers sigh in relief. We're stuck here. The road out ahead is completely covered in ice. It's far too slippery. We can't get the wheeled catapults up. This is quite vexing. What about Fenish's teleporters? Can't we use that on the wheeled catapults? No matter what happens, we need to transport the wielded catapults to the top of the mountain as quick as possible. Victoria is waiting for us. There's no tools that we can use out here, but I think we can come up with a solution. We can make use of the vines. If we use them as ropes, we can wrap them around the wheels of the wielded catapult like snow chains. This will increase their traction, allowing them to move along more quickly. You nod your head in agreement. You should be able to find the snow vines and the snowdrift nearby in Octavia. We could use your help to collect the snow vines. It would be quicker if we all split up and find them. Okay, let's just do this to help out. Little more. Oh, they're kind of this way. Just going in the wrong direction, that's all. And there's no biggie. You're about to hand over the snow vines to Alvia when you overhear the soldiers discussing something. It seems about the troops at the top of the Silent Ice Mountain were ambushed by demons. Some of the soldiers feel that the troops should be just fine, as Victoria has already reached the top of the mountain. Others feel that it's a trap laid out by Maggie, that she has lured everyone to this perilous place before attacking. Alvia listens intently to the comments, but doesn't notice your approach. You tap him on the shoulder and hand over the snow vines to him. Oh, it's Octavia! Well, you've certainly been busy. That's quite a lot of snow vines. Let me hand them out to everyone so we can get them secured. Alvia jumps to you when you taps him on the shoulder. He immediately begins distributing the snow vines to the other soldiers. You ask the soldiers about what they are discussing. We heard that the troops on the top of the mountaintops were ambushed. People are disagreeing about the cause of it, but it doesn't matter. Either way, we still have orders to transport the wheeled catapults to the mountaintop. The snow vines have worked well. We can continue up the mountain now. Go ahead of us and support the catapult troops. As long as you keep the path clear of snow mountain foxes along the way, we'll be able to reach the top of the mountain shortly after you. That's also not even the trap I wanted to use. I wanted to use Pitfall. Alright. Continue moving forward. That's all we gotta do. Gotta keep going forward. Gotta go fast. Just like Sonic. I don't think Sonic would run on my icy mountaintops, though. Okay, we're still not done with the Snow Mountain foxes. Okay, now we are. Let's go! You inform Mildew that you have driven away the Snow Mountain foxes on your way up. Good, you finally arrived. Victoria was just wondering when you would get here. You informed Mildew about your journey up the mountain with Alea. You mentioned the soldiers' mistrust of Maggie. Even though, even if it's true that Maggie is purposely leading us to this mountaintop, we cannot deny the fact that this is the only chance we have to break through the fort. Mildew says resignedly. With your help, we can set our minds to prepare for our assault. I have something that could be of some. Victoria interrupted Mildew. Mildew issue can wait. There's a group of spellbinding warlocks surrounding our troops. We have yet to figure out where they're coming from. They are attacking us and manipulating the Snow Mountain Bears. They are using them to crush the wielded catapults. I need you to get rid of the spellbinding warlocks, seizing their weapons so they can no longer interfere. Should have used that on one of the bears, not gonna lie. But it's okay. We can use the bears to help get rid of the warlocks. It's all a part of the strategy. Very important. Oh wow, 2 staffs already. Nice. Three staffs already. 4 staffs already! You drop the weapons that you seized onto the ground before Mildew, and assure him that the spellbinding warlocks will no longer be an issue. No wonder why you're famous, Natavia. Wow, sounds like deja vu. It's deja vu. The Snow Mountain Bears will no longer be a problem. Mildew looked at the weapons on the ground. Watch out! The Snow Mountain Bears are striking again. Everyone, quickly, protect the wielded catapults. Mildew yells, calling for the soldiers to defend the catapults. You offer to help drive away the Snow Mountain Bears. Fine. Get out there and help, Mildew says as he focuses on the situations with the soldiers. Wow. He doesn't even care if we were actually going to do anything of use. I'm just like, I'm here to help. Alright, fine, do it. Yeah, that was a bit of some lag there. Come here. Come to the other bear so that he can attack. Eventually, he's not gonna be all nice and friendly to us. Oh! I knew it. 7. And boom! You inform Mildew that you have successfully driven away the Snow Mountain Bears. Good. The wielded catapults are safe now. We have discovered that the demon army's portals nearby. The spellbinding warlocks who manipulated the Snow Mountain Bears must have been sent here through that portal. You recall that on the Beastbone Plains that the demon army has also activated their portals thanks to the shaped fire spirit successfully summoned by Erica. The portal was finally destroyed. The mage who summoned the shaped fire spirit is not here. That sounds like an advanced magic. Is there no other way? Mildew asks anxiously. I know the method to shut down the portal, but I cannot do it alone. I will need help. Maggie has been silent up until that moment. You killed my Elon! The portal is activated by the Darkwing servants. Usually there's a Darkwing steward protecting the portal. Then the rest of the Darkling servants assist with casting the spell. That will keep the portal operating. As long as the Darkwing steward is in prison, the rest of the Darkling servants assisting the portal are destroyed. The portal will lose the energy and shut down. The Darkwing steward is much more powerful than the others. Ordinary methods of imprisonment will have no effect on him. You must use magic to imprison him. I can use the magic to conjure an immobilizing rune for you, but use it on the Darkwing steward to imprison him. But I'll need a catalyst to cast the spell. Fenric mentioned such a substance that it can be used as a catalyst for magic. He kept showing it to me. He seemed really excited about it. If I recall correctly, it's called a frostbite crystal. Hey, I helped him gather those. Ask Finnish to give us some. He should have some on him. I collected those for him! What happened? You look worried. Something going on? You explained to Fenric about the frostbite crystals and asked for some to craft the analyzer and implementation rune. These frostbite crystals are mine, but since their underlying reasons are so good, yes, you can have them. Fenric pulls out a bag and hands over several frostbite crystals. I collected them for you. You should have handed them over with no regrets. I'm sorry, I'm being a little petty. Pettiness gets you nowhere usually, but for me it does, I guess, a little bit. Maybe kind of, maybe only slightly. Only a bit, slightly, totally, maybe only just a smidgen. You hand the frostbite crystals over to Maggie. Thank you. I'm still skeptical about giving her the catalyst for casting spells. You should remain vigilant. You can suspect me all you want. I do not care. You have been treating me like a traitor the entire time I've been held captive. Maggie glances at Victoria. If the Shadow Knight wants me dead, then he can pay the price. Now you can destroy the Darkwing servants. I will prepare the immolation rune while you do that. So, Nitavia, while you're taking care of the Darkwing servants, I can spare some men to assist you. The others have to prepare the catapult's attacks. Easy enough. Right, let's go. You've been attacking me? So no more. Hey-ya! Hey-ya! Yo. They're not butter guns. Also, get my pet back out here. We'll be doing less damage will be done, but to us, so that's always a good thing. And last one, let's go! Let's go! You inform Maggie and Mildew that you have eradicated the Darkwing servants. You notice Victoria standing aside holding the frostbite crystals as she is casting a spell. She is worried that I am playing some sort of trick. She took the frostbite crystals away and won't return them to me. Maggie growls at Victoria. Here, take the immortation rune. Use it to imprison the Darkwind steward. If Victoria hands the freshly crafted rune over to you. It's quite clear that Victoria has worked for the Ministry of Magic. With such a small amount of catalyst, the Illumination rune can still be crafted. Maggie laughed. It was unclear if she was admiring or ridiculing Victoria. You have the Immortality rune. Use it to shut down the portal. Remember to use the Immolation rune on the Dark Steward. It will weaken his power, but be wary. When you are attacking him, the Darkwing servants will not sit idly by. Once you are ready, please move out. I had hoped to see them defeated with my own eyes, but sadly I must remain here and wait for your news. Accept this mission. Okay. Waiting. With servants like my land, their power is spell. You must defeat them in this all. Let me move! Oh, we took care of them all like real easily. Real easy. Hi. Ha! Ha! Easy. Peasy. There was no more spells, the power to get our great blinks into non-ending existence. Nice. You sneak your way to the exit and manage to avoid detection. Now get back to the base and report the good news to squad leader Mildew. Yes, very conspicuous. My mount blends in, but I don't really. You inform Mildew that you have eliminated his Darkwing steward and successfully shut down the portal. Great job! Our mission on Silent Ice Mountain has finally finished. Everyone has worked so hard for this moment. Victoria sighs in relief. I did select the reward! The catapult attack was a success. We have broken through the gates of the Dark Fortress. The catapult troops' mission is accomplished. Travel quickly to the front lines. Provide support to Lord Andre, who is currently fighting there. Move out when you are ready. The Fenner's teleporter can send you there. Alright. Easy. Alright. We have Envoya passes to take. If we never get Revolver ID, but you know what? Lash out. Let's go. Our final Envoya pass. This is our Envoya pass, guys. I like it. Makes us strong and compatible and goodly at battle or something. You salute Andre and report to him about the attacks on the Silent Mountain. Victoria's strategy to attack with catapults was indeed risky, but it broke the deadlock for our battle situation. Up until now, I think your performance has been quite impressive. As for Maggie, the information she provided may be useful to us, but that doesn't mean that she has gained my trust. Same here. You ask Andrea about the situation on the battlefield. Because the catapult attack worked, we have successfully broken through the gates. But it didn't make the sincerities of the demon army retreat. Instead, they have retaliated, tried to recapture the main bridge. I want you to assist the soldiers on the main bridge, destroy the demonic synergies and hellhounds synergies. Can do, sir. Decoy. Man. Sending out a decoy. A great strategy. Why didn't I think of that before? That was easy. You inform Andre that you have successfully destroyed the demonic entities and hellhound entities. Well done. We have finally rid ourselves of those who appeared the particularly demons. Now we can launch a massive attack. Augustus will lead the robot troops in our vanguard. They have already penetrated into the heart of the fortress. They are clearing the way for the main forces to attack. But the aerial patrols have overwhelmed us and cut off the way. I need you to take the troops and eradicate the aerial patrollers. Provide some cover to the main force at the same time. Assist them in their advances to the battleground. Can do, sir! As you can tell, who best character is for me in this game. I just need some arrange. I just wanted some area in this. We have some range. Don't get me wrong on that, but still. Woo! One more patroller. You report to Andre that your platoon has eradicated the aerial patrollers. The main force is ready to attack. It looks like you possess some strong leadership skills in addition to your combative prowess. Thank you. Our current location is the exterior court of the Dark Fortress. To penetrate into the heart of the fortress, we'll have to think of a way to break through the inner gate. The deeper we enter the Dark Fortress, the stronger their defenses will be. There is only a single way that we can move forward from there, and that is to slowly fight our way in. How's the situation now that the robot troops have broken through the inner gate? Quickly destroy the tainted mushroom giants. Lead the troops to meet up with Augustus. If we can't have a single combat fight, we won't need to waste so much energy attacking the fortress. Andre looks at the inner gate of the Dark Fortress as if waiting for someone to appear. let's continue. Tainted mushroom giants. If we get too many piled on us, we take one as our prisoner. Or as our hostage, aka decoy. And that's how it works. If need be, we take a prisoner. aka a decoy. Hey, I'm in a war here, so what I'm doing is totally illegal. Nope, we're good. Ah! See, totally reasonable. Decoys are great. And then when you're done with your decoy, you just, destroy them. You always imagine during the time of crisis. Isn't that a coincidence? Or do you have do you have a love for facing death? No comment. No comment there, Augustus. No comment. You report to Augustus that you have destroyed the tainted mushroom giants. Andre wants you to look for him inside. Oh, good, you made it. We met with some resistance, but the entire robot troops is in chaos. I bought some of my special latest robots with me this time, but the demons' attacks are overwhelming. Some of the energy cores were damaged and lost their power. They are unable to continue fighting now. If those energy cores are replaced with new ones, the robots will start to function normally again, but there are too many demons surrounding them. We are unable to get close. Noctavia is up for the task. Here's the robot energy cores. You didn't even ask me! Destroy the demonic patrolmen surrounding the robot's vanguards. Replace the robot's energy cores with new ones. Okay, I'll take care of them. I'll take care of the robots first. And if I get overwhelmed, decoy. Decoy. I need a decoy! Decoys, man. I love decoys. Trap! And new decoy! And our decoy is almost dead, so, he's good too. He was an easy, it's just a kill. We need a new decoy! Decoy! Oh, killed the decoy. But it's fine. We're not too overwhelmed. How's the progress? Did you manage to replace the robot's energy cores with new ones? Augustus asked anxiously upon your return. You tell Augustus that you have replaced the robot's energy cores and eradicated the demonic patrolmen. Great job! Now the robot troops can wreck those demons again. We have almost broken through the inner gate, but the Shadow Knight still hasn't appeared. I'm a little concerned. There's no news about him from any other location. There is also no sight of the frozen sorcerer. We better confirm their locations again, just to be on the safe side. The energy emitted by the cubic eye is unique. I will detect its energy radiation to identify the location of the Shadow Knight. the bring 2 energy detectors with you. Place them at both sides of the Dark Fortress. Activate the power switches and they will start operating. Although your abilities are impressive, I still have to warn you. The demonic royal guards will try to stop you along the way, so it's better to destroy them first. Alright, no, I'm gonna do this backwards, I guess. I'm gonna destroy them then. I knew eventually he would turn back against us. We can't keep our decoys forever. You know, hostages don't stay forever if you don't. They're just under a spell. Take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt here. I say a lot of things that I should only mention that should only be things you should do in-game. In-game. Only in-game. Just in-game. Nothing but in-game. Augustus is operating the energy detectors and making them final adjustments. You inform Augustus that you have eradicated the demonic royal guards and placed the energy detectors at their locations. Good, let's begin. Augustus pressed the activation button and the energy detector starting the operation. The energy detectors must match the data collected from on the detector. We might have to wait a while. Oh, that's it! Augustus pulls out the printed data sheet from the energy detector to analyze the data on it. Based on the data, this is where the dimensional rift is located, but the Cube of Gaia is not inside the Dark Fortress, which means the Shadow Knight is not here. Well, then what are we doing in here? It's not easy for us to attack at this point. Whether or not the Shadow Knight is present within, the headquarters of the demon army must still be destroyed. There's a head guard standing before the inner gate. He should be the gatekeeper of the Dark Fortress. We must defeat him so that our troops can invade the interior of the fortress. But there's many guards surrounding him. If we are to attack him head-on, that would be too risky. It's prudent that we eradicate his guards first. Your partner's reaction is pretty quick. He knew what I was thinking before I could even say it. Augustus, I think it's quite clear that my partner is a she. It could be a he, but you know, it could be like a femme he, but you know, we don't know Marilee's pronouns. Are they even confirmed? Yep, it says her. They're using her and she's, so she's a she, her. Anyways, let's eradicate the Keeper's guard first. I will continue to analyze the data and identify the correct location of the Shadow Knight. Oh god. I'm getting overwhelmed. I need a decoy! Oh shoot. I know I should be able to decoy these guys. I think I'm just destroying them too quickly. Yeah, I've destroyed the captain. We good? See, yeah, I can. Oh my gosh, my guns are going to break. How am I going to continue up with all my shenanigans if my guns break? Running away. I could see you're eradicating the guards from afar. Great work! Now defeat the great gatekeeper and we can charge inside the Dark Fortress. We're almost here. Once the Dark Fortress guard captain is defeated and the gates of the Dark Fortress are open, the victory will be ours. In accordance with our earlier plan, to find a great chance to close the Dark Fortress guard captain and then take him down. But I already defeated him. Fine, I'll defeat him again. If that's how you want. Okay, talk to Augustus. Let's do this. Quick, my view is blocked by that wretched group of guards. Tell me the outcome, Augustus asks Algertia. You inform Augustus that you have eradicated the Dark Fortress guard captain. That's marvelous. This is a major breakthrough for the battle. I have achieved much progress as well. Based on the data analysis result, the cube of Gaia is located somewhere on the Silent Mountain. Andre is already on his way to the Silent Mountain. You should return to the temporary camp quickly. There you can meet up with Victoria. Okay, cool. I need to go back there anywhere because that's where the traveling merchant is, and then we can repair our weapons. You should find Victoria and run through the current situation. But before we do that, I must repair weapons. Where are you, traveling merchant? There you are, Bruce. Thanks, Bruce. Thank you for letting me repair my stuff. And let me get some potions while I'm at it. Let's get 75 to go with our already 5. Right, cool. Now let's talk to Victoria. When Augustus identified that the cube of Gaia energy originated from the Snow Mountains, we deployed our troops and searched the area immediately. Despite combing the entire mountain, there was no trace of the Shadow Knight. We were intrigued and began wondering, maybe the energy did not originate from the surface of the snow-capped mountains, but below it. To verify our speculations, Commander Andre ordered a thorough search to be performed. Sure enough, we found the cave hidden behind one of the frozen waterfalls. From its profile, the cave leads all the way into the snow-capped mountains. The commander has led the troops into the cave. He has instructed you to meet with him there. Move out when you are prepared. Right, cool. Let's do a dungeon. Be a shame if somebody, said you can't use a weapon. I'm just, just saying. You shouldn't, no, because I will struggle for... How long did I say I have to keep my weapon? 3 minutes. Yeah, I'd struggle for like 3 whole minutes if you told me to get rid of one of my weapons. Yeah, he's level 80. I was right on that part. So we're only now 5 levels weaker than the Shadow Knight. You finally arrived. I've been waiting for you. If Augustus' analysis is correct, the energy detected on the snow-capped mountains is emitted by the cube of Gaia. Then the Shadow Knight must be hiding somewhere in this cave. The atmosphere inside the frozen cave doesn't feel right. There is strong energy pulsing in the air. You tell Andrea that it could be the energy emitted by the cube of Gaia. But it could imply something else. You feel it too, don't you? The temperature here is extremely cold. I'm afraid the frozen sorcerer is here as well. He's Induous. He knows that he knows what he has done before. We must be vigilant. Nightavia, leave the entrance to the Knights. You should follow me inside and eradicate the demon shapes ahead. Let's go! God damn it, your moose movement's faster than mine. I've been working hard on my moose movement. Ha! You know what do we need? We need... Yeah, that's right. We need a decoy. Hold on, we need our decoy to, you know, not be our decoy anymore. Hurry up and not be decoy! And this is why we should leave the, you know, common enemies to being, decoy. And boom. You notice the edge of the magical circle glimmering. Yvonne suddenly emerges from the dimensional figure. The air glows very cold. Since you found my kingdom, allow me to give you a fitting reputation. Fun. Not fair and sense I will kill you where you stand. Unfortunately, I have to keep other manners to tend to. I waited for your arrival, whispered barrels. God, come on! Seriously? I guess I kind of am more of a glass cannon than anything else, so. Nailed it. That's a lance. And we're going to replace one of our trophies, so. Oh, there you go, Victoria. What is that creature? Victoria frowns at your surroundings. There's only an aura of vanishing demons left behind. You tell her that the creature was probably summoned by the summoned by the frozen sorcerer. Also shares the details of Andre giving chase to Vaughn. He's already here. I think Frozen Plains is Vaughn's territory. I brought Maggie here with me. Maybe she can provide us with some timely and useful information. Upon reaching this place, I immediately felt the presence of the Shadow Knight, but it feels different. He has become much more powerful. Maggie said that she stared into the depths of Frozen Plains. You look at Maggie solely, observing the complex looks in her eyes. Vaughn could have set traps in the Frozen Plain. Nightavia, we should assist the commander immediately, Victoria says suddenly. You nod, but the portal is already closed. You'll have to slowly find your way out of Frozenlania. Please wait. Victoria, you mentioned that the forces of the Ministry of Magic are arriving. Let's wait for them to disarm the traps first. Before we advance, isn't that smarter? The situation is crucial now. We can't afford to wait for the reinforcements to arrive, Victoria says seriously. But if the reinforcements are not aware of the traps, they may result in unnecessary casualty. You tell Victoria your thoughts. Alright, Nightavia will provide assistance to the commander first. I will return to the entrance and tell the soldiers about this. I will meet up with you after. This is mostly what we're going to be fighting along our way. I just want more experience, damn it. So. And also, you know, more chances to get a level 70, but get level 70 bucks. So. The thing is, I'm fine with the kind of the I do have quite a few, but it's just like I kind of like the kind of the joy of like doing a bunch of the grind stuff. It's like I have this is my 7th character, so I kind of understand like how the game works and stuff. So that's kind of like a little bit of an understatement, though. I know the joys of using the quest books. I use them all the time when I'm doing dungeon runs. From like, you know, the first time I do a dungeon run a day, I usually grab a quest book for each of the quests for the S5 and S10s because I'm working on getting my main up to S15 right now. Well, not really. I really don't play this off stream right now because I'm usually just not like in the mood. Alright. Easy peasy. Yeah, I'm going for more damage right now. I did state for myself that I'm working more towards being a glass cannon right now, which is kind of might be a stupid thing to work towards right now, but especially for someone who's just trying to like do the quest stories on stream. I did not expect them to appear in this place. I heard the three dragon tyrants used to be controlled by Vaughn. Looks like it's time for revenge. We have to sort out our own revenge. We have our own sort of revenge to settle as well. You understand that Andre is referring to the Shadow Knight. With them around here, to take care of loose ends, we should move on quickly. The Shadow Knight dared to attack the audience chamber of the church. We failed to capture that arrogant outlaw then. That is why we have to defeat him this time, no matter what. The Shadow... Oh. Okay. Cool. Yeah. It depends. Like, everyone is different. Like, I know some people who I tried to get to play this game, but would absolutely refuse because they've heard how much of grinding I had to do so far just to get my main character up, my first and main character up to S13. So, I understand, like, the grind is real, just like... But there's definitely ways we can combat that. Like, having, like, a bunch of ways to gain a bunch of XP quickly is really nice, but it's just, like, it's also still so much he has to do. And it's, like, if I knew about using the quest books with my first character, I would have been probably much happier, not gonna lie. But then again, this is still coming from somebody who only has 2 awakened characters, so. Okay, I just need to wait for you to, you know. Alright. Decoy's over. Moving on. One of my first, like, also biggest mistakes when I first started playing is I remember, like, I was completely just like, I don't understand how, it's just like, I was just like, how dungeons work, because the first time I entered a dungeon, I was supposed to go into, like, solo mode because, you know, quest, but I accidentally went into hell mode. I went into party mode because I was just like, oh, look, it's the top option. And I was like, I didn't realize you had to go into solo mode. Ha! Ooh, that was close. There we go. We have distraction. So we can heal up a bit. Alright. So 5 more seconds. I really enjoyed using the decoy. It's great. Decoy! I mean, it's like when you first start playing a game, you have to like learn the mechanics and everything, and it can be quite difficult to be like, oh. I probably like spent not a lot of time in the item mall. Because I thought it's like everything in here I need to actually pay for. Also, I want to do this right away so that way I can set up a pitfall right away. First try. We're good. Oh! And we get a treasure chest. Nice. Let's seize those right away. Bow. For now, maybe. Oh, yes, definitely. I'm collecting the ruthless stuff right now. Dragon points. Well, first of all, we can disassemble this. I don't even have a bow character. And yeah, for now. I like how the story's just going on and I'm just like, but I'm focused here on my equipment. Slow down. Oh, right, we could just leave. He escaped. Andre cannot hide his anger about what happened earlier. Nitavia, I don't know if you feel it. The Shadow Knight's power is different than from before. You realize that Mikey has also said the same thing in Frozen Plains. Although he tried to... Yeah. Yeah. Like, considering the fact that, like, for me, the only thing I really think of is, like, the only things I would really want to pay for are really just cosmetic and etalons. Like, that's the, like, most things I can, like, most things that, like, you can only get via, like, the loyalty, the AP points are really just cosmetics. So... And then, even if you don't want to do that, you just save up your in-game gold and just get it off the auction house so someone else is selling it. Like, and also, like, considering I have, like, 9,000 hours in this game, I am not lying on that part either! Yeah, it's like, like I said, I've tried to get friends into this game, but it's to no avail. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's kind of like the only stuff that's like you can think of. It's like, but like if you wait it long enough, it'll eventually become like loyalty points and stuff. Or, you know, they might make like a new Gaia Sanctuary or something like you can't get this stuff. They do have options available for people who do not have like the funds to like I can put into this game or do not want to put their money into the game. And that's one thing I love about this game is that it is completely free to play and there's no pay to win kind of thing. So, although he's tried to inject the energy from the Cube of Gaia into Lucina's body, I can sense a significant difference between the two. The aura emitted by the Cube of Gaia is pure. But the power by wielding the Cube of Gaia, the Shadow Knight's energy has aura of darkness. Yeah, I guess it's true with like it's true with like most like games too. It's like if you don't want to pay, you actually have to put in a ton of effort for stuff. That's kind of what that's like. If I had the sense for like for an MMO that it feels like is pay to win. I'm just like, I'm sorry, I can't play this. Like, that's kind of how I felt with Wizard 101. It was just like you only have access to like certain areas, but other than that, you actually have to pay for a membership. But that's kind of understandable too. Like, I understand that play model too. It's like you get a free trial to see if you like the game or not, and then you can pay for it. But there's just some where it's like, yeah, it is kind of frustrating. But don't get me wrong. I was very much involved with the Wizard 101 community for like a couple years back in like 2013. Besides the dream you had when you were a watchman in the Fisherman Village, this is your first encounter with the Shadow Knight in Frozen Plains. You can feel that he has not yet revealed his true powers. If we cannot feed him, the church, no, the world will pay the price for it. Even if Maggie has not interfered, we would still wouldn't be able to stop the Shadow Knight from leaving, Andre says as he says this. We were tricked by Maggie. Although we had successfully penetrated the Dark Fortress, that was just a delayed tactic to buy more time for the Shadow Knight. Andre says with a look of anguish in his face, his eyes filled with grief, the anger for his foolish compassions towards Maggie. Gus has returned to Nevaeh. You should return too. Report to the Grand Bishop about what happened in Frozen Plains. I still need to finish off the remnants of the Deviant army in the Dark Fortress. Alright, cool. Alright. Yeah, and by the way, with that timer that just went off in chat, yeah, don't really pay attention to that one. As I stated earlier, this is my 7th Aura Kingdom character. I understand the basics of this game's story. But this is like my first time actually like paying attention to it. I probably spoil more than the story than you guys do. Considering there's probably only like 2 areas I have not been to myself. Because I need to get a character to S15. And also, I was saying this earlier about how probably like nobody really pays attention to the story. They just want to get the quest done to like level up and stuff. Considering the fact that I found many typos so far. And I got infuriated with pronouns. As you enter the audience chamber of the church, you see Gus waving at you, beckoning you forward. Yeah, that is true. I didn't really start paying attention until my star color. And she's like only my 4th character. But it's true, there's a few typos in there, and like going over the story, it's just like I could probably like take screenshots of every time it happened and just like send them over to like Gameo employees and just send them over to like Gameo or like a community manager and be like, hey, you might want to fix this stuff. Because there might be people who actually care about the story. And the pronouns thing. I might talk to them about the pronouns thing. Especially because I know most people I know have female characters. Nativia, do you still remember this? Gus held up a rune inscribed with symbols. It looks familiar. These inscriptions look familiar to the ones on the rune Maggie was holding on to. Merely answers promptly before you could even respond. You tell Gus that this is the Dark Seal, triggering an assassin attempt on Maggie, but you and Victoria managed to block the attack, and now, from then on, Maggie was willing to cooperate and divulge information. So that's what happened. After what happened on the frozen plains, Victoria handed the rune to me. The incarnation on the runes are not magical incarnations, but a rare ancient language. Hearing this, you suddenly realize what Gus will say next. Scholar Miles, who lost his life in deviantART mines, is a renewed expert on the research of ancient language, and Maggie was his most understanding student. The incarnations are the Shadow Knight's message to Maggie. He asks Maggie to buy time for him, saying that Gus shakes his head in disappointment. At least we had a chance to penetrate the Dark Fortress. Nitavia, please report the details of the incident to the Grand Bishop. You report the situation to the Silent Ice Field to the Grand Bishop, including what happened in frozen alien plains. Maggie's death, the Shadow Knight's escape with Lucina and the Cube of Gaia. Victoria is so filled with guilt about Maggie's death and the Shadow Knight's escape. Guys, this is how much I have not been paying attention to the story. It didn't dawn on me until just now. It took me 7 characters to note that Maggie dies. Dude. Come on. It took me 7 characters. But I believe that you've all done your best. The Grand Bishop patted your shoulder. The Shadow Knight is becoming more powerful. Although he is known as the strongest envoy of Gaia in the past, with the powers that he possesses now, he has already far exceeded his former abilities. Andre also mentioned that the Shadow Knight's energy is filled with a dark aura. You asked the Grand Bishop what his view on this is. I think he is already possessed by the dark side, just like the chief of the Silver Flash tribe. The chieftain of the Silverfish tribe only wanted to close the rift leading to hell, but he ended up being devoured by the dark aura and sustained permanent internal injuries. Added eventually. Reinhardt transformed the dark energy he attained into power. He has chosen an unorthodox path for revenge and ended up succumbing to the darkness and becoming a pawn for the infernal demon. Most importantly, we need to find a way to retrieve the Cube of Gaia and hopefully defeat Reinhardt before the darkness falls. You suddenly recall the illusion of Lucina. You inform the Grand Bishop that you have repeatedly seen Lucina in your visions. Regarding that, I am unable to give you a clear answer. Indeed, this is the relatively complex magic. For a human mage to cast such a spell, they would need a magic catalyst. I still need to get Maggie's card eventually. I've been putting off card dueling for a long time. I recently tried to get into it. I got into it like a couple months ago, then I quickly dropped it. And it's like I jokingly, it's like the only thing one of my mods, my mod who plays the game is actually better than me. I have everything I have is higher than his, except for his card dueling level. Mine's 3. His is at like 5 or something. If it was someone trying to let you see the illusions of pretending to be Lucina, I would have guessed that power is from the Cube of Gaia, reacting with your energy as an envoy of Gaia. Well, it's possible, as the Grand Bishop said. However, there's no way to know the exact answer. Based on what everyone else has said, no one else has seen the visions before, not even the Shadow Knights. The Magic Division will find the whereabouts of Reinhardt. You should speak to Victoria, who has already returned to Nevea. Yeah, we could continue with this stuff, but I just want to end on a quick lore dump for everybody. Because lore. A great story, it goes with a great every MMO deserves a good story. Typos and all. Actually, speaking of, I forget which cards I have. Probably should just display all. You asked Victoria the whereabouts of the Shadow Knight. During our encounter in the frozen plains, although Maggie blocked my attack, I managed to cast a tracking spell on Lucina. The Ministry of Magic is tracking that spell. As long as the Shadow Knight remains with Lucina, I believe we'll be able to ascertain their location soon enough. Victoria is indeed the fame for her dexterity. During the Battle of Frozen Plains, you hadn't noticed she had cast the tracking spell. You sense that... Yeah. You are concerned that she still may be blaming herself for what happened to Maggie. You are about to say something with Victoria sighs. Nitavia, there's a few things I don't know whether I should say. I have a strange feeling that something is about to happen, but none of us have received any information, nor instructions. You tell Victoria to speak more plainly. I've discovered that the bishops from the surrounding lands have been summoned. Some of them have already reached Nevea, which is something that has never happened before. They should be standing guard at their posts. Regarding this, I'll keep looking into it privately. If there is any further developments, I shall let you know. Once the Ministry of Magic has confirmed the location of the Shadow Knight, I will inform you first. That's everything for now. Alright, that's a good lore dump right at the end, but... yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like, I want to get in card dueling, but it's just a lot of effort, man. I have some cards, you know. I have some fish. That's from card dueling. I have like half the Templars. I have a few Eidolons, you know. Speaking of Eidolons, I did this. I was doing this before stream, and I completely forgot about this round. Just wanted to see if I get anything interesting. Not really much. Okay, I think this is a wind, yeah. And this is a damage. You only need... So I'll give you the crest of wind. And not a lot of my... Okay, you can take a... But I think this is where I'm gonna wrap up. A good place to start. We can get... Oh, sorry. Sorry, did not mean to take you guys to Kuma Studios. Yeah, we're using webcam tonight, so there's no need for a trip to Kuma Studios. But yeah, to look ahead of this. I do that every time. I keep forgetting my camera's inverted. So this is our week. This is this week's schedule. I'm not gonna go over it anyways. Just you know, you can look at it as I talk and wrap up for tonight. But before we do any of that, Alexa, yeah, tradition. Tell us an interesting fact. Alexa, pause. Alexa, tell us an interesting fact. Well, there's our interesting fact about, you know, fruits and stuff. Sorry, I'm kind of looking for someone to raid. If there's nobody to raid, I don't have many raid targets live myself right now, but as my normal raid target set it to, you know, skip tonight. No, I'm not being mean to him or anything, I swear. Like, everybody deserves rest. I wonder if this person's still alive. I just want to make sure. I'm PNG tuber, and I do have a PNG tuber, if you guys don't know. That's kind of like the idea of what this screen is for. So, but I was just like, you know, I'm having a good hair day, and I was just like, and plus I use my PNG tuber for Gmod every time because of how things are. So yeah, I think we are gonna hit up, maybe, I want to make sure. First things first, am I the only person live with Our Kingdom? Yes. So there goes rating somebody in the Our Kingdom section. But to be fair, I'm like I am like one of few English Our Kingdom streamers. And I only play like once every 2 weeks. Because we always switch out Our Kingdom with for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu right now. I don't know if they're still alive. Yep, we're gonna hit up Racy Gaming. So I hope you guys enjoyed my stream tonight, and we do have a raid message, so you may want to go in and copy and paste this message right away. Eventually we'll get emotes for eventually I might add emotes for our subs. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this Our Kingdom stream. I do enjoy playing Our Kingdom. Even if I don't play it like all the time off stream anymore, I still do enjoy playing the game. So it's always going to be on rotation no matter what, because it's like, and plus I'm a content creator and I kind of want to keep that status. But other than that, that's it for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, no, not tomorrow. I'll see you guys Thursday for some Danganronpa S.